Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today is going to be my 2021 makeup inventory. So if you haven't watched one of these before, I just go through every category of my collection and tell you the number of products in each category. I got some feedback on my 2021 that you guys, not 2021, but like my 2020 video, that you guys wanted to see the actual makeup in each category. So I'm not going to film it like overview, so you're not going to see like my table, but I am going to hold up like my bin of all my products so you can see which products are in each category. And also I usually do an inventory series on my Instagram if you're interested in the products in every category. But before we get into the numbers, today's video is very kindly sponsored by Ana Luisa. You guys know I love them, and these pieces that I got this month are just stunning. So the first one that I got is this Cancer necklace. I think I mentioned this in the last video that I was thinking of buying this one for myself, so let me try and show you as best as I can. It's just a gold square necklace, but it has the crab on it for Cancer engraved into it, and they have one for every zodiac sign, obviously, and this is really beautiful. I feel like this would also look pretty layered because you can make this longer or shorter. I'm not the best at like layering jewelry and knowing how that will all look, but I'm thinking that I want to try and get something shorter to layer with this one, but it's super dainty and really beautiful. And I think it goes really pretty with like sweaters because it's a little bit longer. And then I got some earpieces, which, okay. This first one is like the small ear huggy hoop, I think it's called, like the small ear cuff, actually, not hoop. And I've been wanting this for so long, but I felt like it wouldn't look good on me. And I'm still like figuring out like if I like it up or down and like which earrings to pair with it, but overall I am so happy with this piece. It comes on and off the ear really easily. It just looks like this, and it's not like tight or it doesn't hurt on the ear at all, but it's also not going to go anywhere because it's like attached onto your ear. So I can't do this well without a mirror, but I think this one would look really cool with the earrings that I showed you last time. Well, I know they look cool, I've worn it like that, but the dagger like earring one, I think they would look really cool with more like bold gold pieces. So I'm still playing around with how to make this look good. My ear's really red because I was just touching it a bunch. It's not because of the jewelry. You'll see it in a second, like throughout the video, that it's not gonna be as red, but I think it looks really cool and it makes me satisfied and not want to get my ears pierced because I'm scared of getting anything up here pierced. But I think it looks really cool. I need to figure out what to put in these holes to make it look really good. But then the other pair that I got are these studs, and I think these are absolutely stunning. It's just one stud, but it just like crawls up the ear, and I think it looks so elegant. I'm not sure, like, I think I like this one with the dangly earrings with the little star on the end that I have, and this one with more gold jewelry instead of like ones with gems. But overall, these are all stunning, and I love the necklace. So I'm really happy with all the jewelry that I've gotten this time. I've never had a dud with Ana Luisa. I've literally bought the pieces myself, and then everything that I've received, I've really loved. So right now, they're running their biggest sale. It's buy one, get one 60% off, and that is a phenomenal deal if you want to buy one for yourself or a last-minute Christmas present, especially if you have someone in your life or you that has two earring holes. I know it's always so frustrating because it can get so expensive trying to buy two pairs of earrings to match with each other, but with the buy one get one 60% off, it's such a good deal. Or if you want to layer necklaces, you can get two, but I highly recommend buying two different earrings that go together because earrings are my favorite part of a jewelry. I'm also wearing a bracelet that they sent to me last time. Still really love it, but such a sustainable jewelry brand, completely carbon neutral, and their pieces are always really high quality, and I know that I can trust the ethics behind the brands, and then the quality is always there. I've never once been disappointed. Nothing has ever irritated my ears or anything like that. So really happy with the brand. Thank you, Ana Luisa, so much for sponsoring this video. If you're interested in checking out any of this jewelry, I have a link down below where you can shop the site for the amazing sale that's going on. And if you have any questions about any of these pieces, please let me know. But I'm so happy with all of these, and I don't know, every time they come out with a new collection, there's like 5 new things that I want to put on my list because they always are coming out with really beautiful collections and pieces. So really love you, Ana Luisa, and let's get into my makeup inventory. I have all my numbers from 2020, and then I have the ones from 2021. I'm trying to make them as accurate as possible, but for some of the categories, like lip products, there are like lip products in my car, and I'm trying to remember all the ones that I have, but doing the best that I can, and it's as accurate as I can make it. So, sorry, that's a bin in the back. Let's start with primer. In 2020, I had 2 full-size primers and 1 deluxe-size primers, and the products themselves have changed completely, but in 2021, I have 2. So I had the Say Beauty and the Auric. Completely fine with this number. I don't see this growing. I would maybe get 3 because I want another Auric shade. Wow, you can tell in the back how much I've used of this, but I don't see this number really growing. I'm happy with the number 2. To be honest, with primers, I think 3 or less is good, and overall, like if I want to make it an even number, 5 or less by the end of 2022 is my goal. So that's what I'm going to be doing also, is like giving you guys a goal of what I want the next year to look like, either to shrink my collection or to put a cap on things. And I don't want any more than like 3 primers, but I'll say 5, but 3 is where I would like it to be at, and I'm really happy with the 2 I have. For foundation, I had 3 in 2021, or these numbers. I had 3 in 2020 and 5 in 2021, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, which just isn't empty, but I have like a backup cushion, and then 5, which I might declutter this one. So I think that's fine as long as I don't go over 5. I think 5 is kind of my limit because I would like to use some of these up, and I don't want them to expire on me. So as long as I'm under 5 in 2022, these years are getting hard, but as long as I say under 5, I would be happy. But that's a good number for me, and I enjoy everything I have. Concealer, I had 3 and 1 corrector last year, and this year I have 2 and 1 corrector. These are my 2 concealers, the only ones that I use, obviously, but I've just found that the Glossier concealer is my holy grail, and I don't see myself really buying new concealers. And then I have 1 corrector still. I don't need this when I use the Glossier concealer, so I haven't been using it as much lately, but I would like to increase the pan next year. So this is what it looks like. I think overall, as long as I stay under 5 concealers for next year, I'd be happy. Right now I have 3 total, and I don't see it going over 5 just because I'm not huge into buying concealers, and I have really found the ones that I love. Maisie wanted to say hi, but I did get a cat in 2021. She is so cute, isn't she? Anyways, I'm gonna put her in her bed right next to the camera and hope that she doesn't come cause chaos, which she immediately is trying to knock over the lights. Anyways, for powder, I had 1 pressed powder and 1 loose powder last year, and this year I have just 2 pressed powders. Anyways, I have the Kosas Cloud Set and the NARS Translucent Crystal Powder. I really like both of these, and I kind of want to get 1 more pressed powder, but I think I don't want more than 3 pressed powders. I do use them, but it does take me a while to use them up. If you are watching my Project Pan series, you'll know the Bite Beauty powder took me a long time. I don't think that the Project Pan update finale will be up before this, but did use that one up. But I don't want more than 3 pressed powders. Overall, I'll just round it up to 5. Right now I have 2, and that's a fine number for me, and I don't feel the need to buy a ton more because again, you're gonna see a common theme. I don't think for a lot of these categories I can find products that are better than the ones that I already have, because I have really found my holy grail makeup products this year, so I don't see these numbers growing a ton. All right, for brows and mascara, I'm not going to show you guys these because I think they're the most boring categories to talk about, and I really don't care about these numbers because I use them all. But last year I had 1 brow pencil, 2 brow gels. Now I have 2 brow gels, 2 pencils, and then 1 like powder duo. Whatever, I don't care. That's 5 brow things. I don't need more than those, and I think honestly one of them isn't empty. So under 5 brow products is fine, but I really don't care about that category because I don't buy them in excess. Mascaras, I had 1 last year. This year I have 1 and then 1 deluxe sample size. Whatever. I usually only keep 1 open at a time anyways, and I have a few backups, but I didn't dig through and find all my backups to include in this video. But again, I don't really care about my mascara numbers as long as I just keep not too many open at once. I will usually only have 1 open at once. Single eyeshadows, I had 13 last year. I do remember this. I found some numbers of like half or like 1/4 of the way through 2021, and that number did grow a lot 1/4 of the way through 2021, and it has gone down a little bit now. But I now have 16 single eyeshadows, so I will show you as best as I can. It's actually not bad. I have 4 Phytosurgents, 2 Charlotte Tilbury, 3 Auric, 2 Victoria Beckham, there's one under there, 1 Hourglass, 2 Chantecaille, 1 M Cosmetics, and 1 Smashbox. So I decluttered this one a lot in my recent declutter if you're interested in seeing that and what I got rid of to get these numbers down. But overall, I'm really happy with this category. I have 16. I would like to keep it under 20, but single eyeshadows are my favorite category in my entire makeup collection, and I do use a lot of these, but I don't want so many that they're all just going to sit in here because, to be honest, I just use my Auric ones every day, and I don't reach for all of these too often. So I usually only like to buy colors that are ones that I can use reliably all the time, because since there is so much product in these compared to an eyeshadow palette, I really only want my favorite colors. So as long as I can get under 20, honestly I would like under 15. So I don't know, I think I could probably, I don't know, I don't see anything in here that I really want to get rid of, but between 15 to 20 would be good. I will say that I'll make my number for singles 20 if I lower my eyeshadow palette number. So last year for eyeshadow palettes, I had 14. Again, that really grew at the beginning of 2021 because I was buying a lot of eyeshadow palettes. I want to say, where is it? My like Q1 inventory for single eyeshadows this year was 23, and then palettes was 20. So I did reduce it a lot since then. But in 2020, I had 14 eyeshadow palettes, and now I have 12. I will show you as best as I can, but I also filmed a declutter pretty recently. So I have 1, 2, 3, this is the eyeshadow palette, 4, 5, 6, 7, this is Pillow Talk, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I still have the gold shadows in here, but I am going to remove them and just revert this to the original Natasha Denona Tropic. But I have 12 eyeshadow palettes. I would like to get that to 10 or less because, again, I'm not into eyeshadow palettes and I barely use the ones that I own. So especially if I buy new palettes, I need to get rid of more because I don't even need new palettes. So I need to get that number down so they're not just sitting in my collection. But under 10 eyeshadow palettes and under 20 single eyeshadows, that is a lot of makeup just to have like 30 eyeshadow objects. But personally, I am okay with those numbers. So under 10 eyeshadow palettes is my goal for 2021 or 2022. I don't know if it'll happen because there aren't a ton here that I want to get rid of, and I'm sure I'm gonna buy at least 1 or 2 eyeshadow palettes next year. So I don't know, my goal is 10 and we'll see if that happens. For bronzers in 2020, I had 4 powders and 4 creams, and now I have 3 powders and 4 creams. By the way, I forgot to mention, I kind of mentioned it, but if you're interested in seeing like the products that I had in 2020, I have them on my Instagram, and like there's an Instagram guide, which is one of the like tabs, and I linked them all into one little guide if you want to see the products I had. But I have 7 bronzers total. I will show you now as best as I can. This is my bronzer collection, trying not to let them fall. But I counted the Patrick Ta one as a cream, but I have Patrick Ta, Charlotte Tilbury, Victoria Beckham, Kosas, Tower 28, Fenty, and Makeup by Mario. So really happy with all the bronzers that I have. I kind of try and limit myself on bronzers as best as I can because I know that I don't use them up super quickly, and at the end of the day, a bronzer is a bronzer. So I try to limit myself and not buy too many. I do really like the ones I have, and I think I can maybe empty one and hit pan in another. But right now I have 7. If I could stay below 10, that would be great. But I don't want it to reach 10 because that's just a lot of bronzers, especially because I use like the same one over and over right now. For blush, last year I had 11 creams and 6 powders, and that actually went up a lot. Midway through 2021, I have numbers down for 16 creams and 4 powders, but end of 2020, I had 17 total blushes, and now I have 8 creams and 5 powders, which is a total of 13, which is better. It's better. I also have an M Cosmetics PR package that I haven't added into my collection yet, so that's not included in these numbers because it literally like just came in. So I'm not including those, but that will increase some of these categories a little bit more. But here is my blush collection. Kind of is a mess when I tilt it, but I have 2 M Cosmetics sticks, 1 Say Beauty, 1 Melt, 1 Phytosurgeons, 1 Tower 28, and 2 Patrick Ta. And then for powders, I have a Bare Minerals bronzer, an Hourglass blush, an M Cosmetics powder blush, and then a Pat McGrath powder blush. So if you want to hear the shades in all of these, that's not the video. This isn't the video for it because this would be way too long if I was trying to talk to you guys about all of the shades and a review on everything. That is, no. If you want to see a makeup collection, I can film that separate, but that would make this video way too long. But I have a total of 13 blushes. I think as long as I stay under the number 15, that would be good, but even 15 is a lot. My like dream goal is under 10, but realistically under 15 would be good. For highlights, last year I had 1 powder, 1 cream, and now I have 4 powder, 1 cream. Really don't know how I got so many more highlighters. My container is very full. So for powders, I have the Charlotte Tilbury, the Makeup by Mario, the Vesca, and Phytosurgence. So I do like all of these. I don't need them all, to be honest, but I don't see myself decluttering these anytime super soon. And then my cream is the Rare Beauty liquid liquid, what am I trying to say? Liquid highlighter. There we go. I have 5 total right now, and I think if I could stay under 5 by the end of next year, that would be great because, again, it's not a category that first of all, I don't use them up, and I don't find joy in every single highlighter that I have. I really like the same 2. So under 5 would be great. Again, I don't know if that'll happen just because I feel like every year just more and more stuff comes out and it's all good, but I need to remember that I already have things that I think are the best thing ever and I don't need to just constantly try and top that. I will only buy things if I'm really, really interested in it, not because I think it'll be better, but just as its own thing. Setting spray, I had 2 and now I have 1. It's the Urban Decay All Nighter. Lipstick, let me get my lip thingy. I don't really know how I counted these because I have like some hybrid formulas, some whatever, so I just did the best I can. I had 5 lipsticks then and I have 3 now. These are the 3. I honestly see this number going down, to be honest, but I think under 5 is fine, but I really don't need more than 3 lipsticks. I honestly might declutter 2 of these because of the fragrance, but these are the 3 lipsticks that I own. Nothing so special. I don't use those very often. Lip liner, I had 1 and I have 1 now. I have the M Cosmetics Kitten lip liner. Gloss, this is the category where I was like, I don't know how to count some of these. So I said back then I had 10 and now I have 6. So I have 3 Tower 28 glosses. These are my favorite. And actually I think I might have 7 total glosses because I think I have a backup of a Tower 28 one that I recently used up. And then I have 1 Merit lip gloss. And then I didn't know where to put this, so I put it in here. I have a lip tint from Victoria Beckham, so I just put it in the gloss category. I don't know. I didn't know where else to put it. So that number went down. I think under 10 glosses would be good. The thing is, like, I use all of these glosses and I can only use fragrance-free lip products, so it kind of limits the number itself, and I'm not too worried about it growing as long as it can all fit in this container. I'm kind of happy. Sheer balms, I had 2. So funny, and now I have 7. So I have 4 Glossier Ultra Lips. 1 is in my backpack. I have 2 M Cosmetics lip cushions, but they are both somewhere. And actually, that's it. Oh, no. I have a NARS, this little thing from a birthday gift. So that is 7 total. As long as it's under 10, I don't really care because I use all of these and I can't really use a ton of lip products anyways. So in total, I have 16 lip products and 1 lip liner. I think it's okay. As long as I stay under 15 total, I think I would be happy with that. Face palettes, I had 1 and it was the Hourglass face palette. And now I have 1, but it is the Patrick Ta blush palette. I did not need to buy this, but I bought it anyways, and I'm not a huge fan of face palettes, so I think if I have like less than 2, that'd be good, but honestly, like 1 or none is my goal, but I really like this one, so I don't regret that, but less than 2 would be fine. I don't see myself buying a face palette in 2022 because I am just not drawn to them, but you know, however it ends up. And then for eyeliner, I had 2 last year. I had a liquid one and a pencil, and now I have 1 because I got rid of the liquid one because it was old. And I have the same pencils last year. It's the Victoria Beckham Cocoa lip liner. I don't know if this was a super interesting video because I feel like I am generally like, I didn't super go over my numbers. I didn't really go below my numbers. I kind of stayed pretty steady, and I don't know, I think it makes a boring video, but I think that I'm really proud of myself for keeping my collection in check, at least through declutters I kept it in check. So in 2020 I had 90 products total. I just want to say that in my quarter 1 inventory, which I never ended up filming, but in my quarter 1 inventory I had 123. So if we go based off that, I got rid of a lot of things because for 2021 I only have 92. So I gained 2 products total from 2020 into 2021, which is not bad at all. I think my goal was to stay under 100, and I definitely thought I was going to go over that, especially with that 123 number. But from like April until December, I got rid of 30 things, which I think is really good. And yeah, so I don't know how interesting this is because I went from 90 to 92, which just kind of shows that my numbers are pretty much the same. The categories changed up a little bit in between themselves, but overall I did really good with my goals. I think I didn't overbuy too much, and if I did, I made sure to declutter things, and I really stayed realistic with my collection, and I'm really happy with the numbers that I have now. I don't feel super overwhelmed with any category of my collection as of now, and I'm sure I will continue to declutter in 2022. I'm sure I will buy a few new things, but if I can keep my numbers around where they are now, honestly, I'd be happy. I gave myself a little bit of wiggle room in some categories, but I think generally like a 1 in, 1 out would be good for me next year. I don't think I'm going to be like super strict 1 in, 1 out, but when I do declutter, I want to remember like, oh, if I bought 2 new things, I want to get rid of 2 things. So I don't know. I'm really happy with my numbers now. Let me know what you guys think. 92 could be a lot to some people, and it could be a very small amount to some people. So it really just depends on who you are. No shame either way. It's really just personal preference. But I'm really happy with my numbers. If you want to see more in-depth thoughts and reviews on all of these products, check out my Instagram where I'll be doing my inventory series and writing small little blurbs about each product. But thank you again, Annalisa, for sponsoring this video. I am so in love with all of this jewelry. I think that it's all so stunning and timeless. These are going to be pieces that I wear for a very long time. And if you're interested in the buy one get one 60% off sale, which is so good, and it's going to be like the best sale that you'll find in a long time, especially for high quality jewelry, Annalisa is the place to go. So if you're interested, I'll have a link down below. It doesn't give me commission, but it really does help me out and help my channel out if you do use that link when you make a purchase. So thank you, Annalisa, and thank you guys for supporting me and watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.